Hey folks, you might have noticed a change to the channel name. I'll get into that more. I started a guitar company a little bit towards the end of last year, and so much of what I do put out is going to be oriented towards that. But today I just want to talk to you guys about how I am stabilizing this slab here of spalted maple. Typically, what I'm going to want to do with this is make sure it's as stable as possible, which usually will involve some kind of stabilizing agent, as well as additionally, in this case, roasting the maple to get the moisture content. For lumber, moisture is typically considered to be moist at a moisture content between 9% and 14%. Roasting the maple is going to take that down quite a bit lower. Also has the added bonus of providing a aesthetically pleasing caramelized color, as the sugar that is in the wood fibers itself actually caramelizes. That's why they call it caramelized maple, roasted maple, torrefied maple. But anyway, we're going to put it here in our convection oven at 360 degrees for between 3 to 4 hours. I am not saying that this is something that you should do at home, as different woods have different flash points. It does produce an odor. I think the odor's nice. A lot of people compare it to baking cookies. But anyway, I just wanted to give you all a heads up. So we're going to take this slab here, put it in our oven. I like to put it on the bottom rack so it's not directly in front of the convection fan that's in the back here. And we'll close it up and set this convection bake 360 degrees. And I'll see you guys back here in a couple of hours. All right, we're approaching an hour and a half of this being in the oven, roasting away. So I'll let you guys get a look at it. And this will be fun because also we'll continue to go over this wood over the next couple weeks as I turn it into a special edition Kingfisher guitar, which you'll learn more about. Wow. So you got a little smoke. You can see it's darkening up pretty nicely. Not a ton yet so far, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it, we're gonna flip it this way, and we're gonna flip it this way. That way, everything is evenly balanced in here. One part's not more close to the fan than the other. As you can see, the bottom actually is browned out quite a bit more than the top has. So we'll continue to see what happens with it. All right, here you go. It's a little smoky, so I've now turned the oven off. But this is what it can get like. So it definitely does smoke. It's not enough to set off my alarms or anything here, but it can get smelly and smoky. Okay, gonna pull this out so I can get some of the smoke out, and I'll let you guys look at this. You're not gonna see any chatoyance or anything like that, just simply because it's not gonna be available to see. I will get this sanded and put some mineral spirits on it later and let you see what it looks like. This is this outside, curing some guitar bodies out here with some solar res in the sun. Got quite a bit of warping going on it though, and this is what the problem is with heat treating wood, is that you're going to warp the wood if it's going to happen. So hopefully we can still get about 1.65 inches out of that despite it being warped. We will run it through a drum sander tonight, and then I'll put some mineral spirits on it so y'all can see what it looks like. I finished planing this board, and I wanted to do a comparison to show you guys what the roasting process actually does. Now, I don't actually think this is hard maple in the same way, simply because it doesn't match up in the hardness, the way that the wood has gone through. Maybe it's just a difference between live edge I understand it's spalted, but spalting doesn't mean that we get all these little nicks and burrs in here, but it just could be that piece of wood. But anyway, so I've got some mineral spirits here and a brush. And so I'm going to take the mineral spirits and let you see the difference in the color or chatoyance or whatever you want to call it. This is the piece that we have that I roasted. This piece is from the same slab and it was not roasted. And then to show you the difference, I have another piece from an actual board. This is roasted, this is not. This is about to become a roasted maple neck. But you can see this is flame maple, and you can see that pattern here. It hasn't been cleaned up or anything, so let's take a look and see how it looks. Get a little bit of our mineral spirits here, and you can really see the difference as we... and mineral spirits is going to be the only thing that you really want to put on here. And I guess you can put some water and sort of raise the grain. But if you're working with a close to finished piece of wood, I definitely don't recommend using anything other than mineral spirits because the solvent completely evaporates. Can't see as much of a difference here. As it dries out a little bit, you will be able to. You can see it in the color of the wood up here and here. And then it gets a little bit darker. But the most obvious is here between these two boards. So get another little bit of mineral spirits, rub it across here. So that's the color of this maple. This is of course unfinished and rough cut. So let me try and get it up here a little bit on the figure. So you can't see it quite as much there. But once you get down here, you really can see how the roasting process completely changes the look. 1, 2. And you can see it over here too, but not to the same extent. And that's why I don't think this is the same kind of hard maple, the way the figure works and everything else. But the spalting might have something to do with it. But anyway, just thought this was a cool little reminder of what you can do at home versus having to buy something from somebody else. And we're gonna get this on the CNC machine here in a couple minutes and turn it in to a roasted maple neck. Thanks, guys.